Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of Overkill Trading. Today, we are going to be covering charts, altcoins, penny stocks, the whole works. We got chart requests over here from the Discord channel from our members here. We got quite a few of them in here. Lots of people calling stuff out, folks. Markets are heating up right now. So what we're going to do in today's video is answer these chart requests, and then we are going to hit our altcoin watch list. These are low cap stocks and altcoins, very high risk, high reward plays. We cover this list on Wednesdays, and we cover our regular watch list on Saturdays. So if you guys aren't tapped in, you better tap in right now. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, the whole works. If we can get this video to 25 likes this week, I will give away $100 worth of Bitcoin in Saturday's video. We got to get to 25 likes before then. And again, I'll do that giveaway. I'll choose somebody over in the Discord. We'll do a giveaway and give away some free Bitcoin. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Spartan Army. Shout out to all the new people joining the channel, folks. We're here. We're ahead of the markets. We're right underneath this move, folks. If you've been in the cord for the last month, we have been underneath this move. And for a lot of names, it's just getting started. Look at CRO right here. This is the perfect trade that I want to set up with. I want to start off today with. And CRO is Crypto.com coin. I mean, this checks all of our boxes here on the channel. If you guys don't know, we have a set of rules that we live by, that we trade by, right? We do not go outside of these means. Okay, we always have a plan when we're taking our trades. We're not just blindly getting into stuff. So those rules are, okay, number one, we trade a weekly chart. Number two, we only trade assets that are trending above the 50-week moving average. EMA, okay? The 50-week moving average is the blue line on our chart. So the reason we have rule number two, we don't want to buy assets that are trending below it because the trend is down. As traders, we want to trade with the trend. So we want to identify when stuff breaks out over the average price and pulls back into it. And you're getting CRO right here. This is a monster setup here, folks. Absolute monster setup. And there's some across the board. I mean, we're probably going to hit 5, 6, maybe even 10 names today that are probably going to have some really nice setups setting up. Okay, you can see the last year and a half, it hasn't been a good time to buy crypto. But we are just now getting this macro breakout on a lot of these crypto names, on a lot of stocks. And I'm really excited, folks. This is a really, really good time to be an investor. Really good time to be planting seeds and taking trades. So here's the perfect setup, okay? Again, we identified something. Rule number one was checked. We got the weekly chart. And I want you guys to understand this so you know what I'm talking about as I'm going through all these names and I'm not just speaking gibberish. There actually is a plan, and I believe this strategy is about an 80 to 90% hit rate, meaning it's 80 to 90% accurate when you execute it accurately, when you follow all the rules, okay? It doesn't lose very often if you can check all the boxes. So number one, we trade a weekly chart. We're not day traders, okay? We're not trading minute charts. We're not trading 5-minute charts. A lot of us have big boy jobs throughout the day, and we don't got time to look at the charts all day. We check our charts maybe once or twice a week. I mean, I look at mine throughout the day sometimes, but for the most part, right, we don't need to be constantly watching because we can identify what stuff is doing based on weeks, not minutes or seconds or anything like that. We're looking at trades based on a weekly chart. So this move right here was about a 2-month move. Okay, then we had about a 2-month pullback, bang, okay? But we identified this breakout right back in November on CRO. Big move up from 4 cents all the way to 12. Okay, that's money flowing in, right? We broke up above the average moving price on CRO. Okay, so there was the breakup, the breakout. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about breakups and stuff like that, but this is a Valentine's Day. We're calling this the Cupid Rally, baby. The Cupid Rally is coming forth. Okay, and CRO is setting up nice here. So again, we identified the breakout. Okay, so that was rule number two was checked. We only buy assets that are trending above the 50-week moving average. It has to be above this blue line for us to take a trade. Okay, and ideally we want to buy around it. We want to buy the bounce off of it. And you're seeing that this week here. You're watching this video February 14th. Okay, February 14th, 2024. Got the breakout, and we're just now getting the buy signal. So the buy signals are the green dots. The green dots, we want to enter on the green dots the same week as the green dot happens, okay? So I could probably move my stop loss up now that we're getting the green dot. I could move my stop loss up to around 7 cents. I mean, I've been calling it 7. That was the bottom of that wick right there. Again, if that level broke, we're wrong. But right now, it's breaking out, folks. It's giving the buy signal. Okay, another thing we pay attention to is this blue line. This is the stochastic RSI. By the way, if you don't have the trading indicator, you can come over here and get it inside the Discord. The Discord is free to join. We do have a paid membership that I will go over the features of a little later in the video once we get through all of these names for anybody that is new. But when the stochastic is below 20 here, okay, that's when we pay attention. That's when we're looking for entries. So the stochastic is below 0, meaning the momentum has been overdone to the downside, right? This was from 12 cents all the way down to 7. That's about a 50% drop. That's not a small drop. You put in 10 grand up here, you now have 5. Okay, that's a big pullback. So again, understanding the volatility and that these markets move in waves, okay, it doesn't go straight up or straight down. There's always pullbacks. There's rips and there's pullbacks. Okay, we want to sell the rips and buy the pullbacks. And you're getting a pullback here with a buy signal this week. Okay, I'm giving you guys one this morning. Again, you got to use a stop loss. So we just checked. Our rules. Number one, okay, we trade a weekly chart. We're not even looking at any other chart. Not the minute, not the 5, not the 15. The weekly chart. Okay, each one of these bars is 1 week's worth of time, meaning it has a week's worth of data built into the bar. Okay, so this week we're turning. So for the next couple of weeks with this green dot, I mean, you can expect from September to December, okay, that's about a 3-month period of time that we went up. Okay, so as long as the last dot is green, the divergence, meaning the direction, is up. Okay, when it's red, it means it's down. So we want to buy. Our goal is to buy the week of. Okay, I anticipate it sometimes because I've been doing this for a long time. I took my CRO position right here because we were right on the 50. But again, if you're not into the position, okay, now is a great time to do it. Okay, and you got an easy stop loss there at 8 cents. So again, we enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. We want to take into factor, okay, this stochastic RSI, okay, that's below 20, and we want the green dot. Again, green dot means buy, red dot means sell. Okay, number 5 is don't be greedy, and number 6 is use a stop loss. So nothing's 100%. I told you guys this is probably an 80 to 90% hit rate. This strategy here, meaning 80 to 90% of the time you're gonna make money if you don't get greedy and you're smart about your exits. Okay, and don't hold on forever like everybody else does and just thinks we're gonna go straight up. People have a hard time taking profits sometimes, and I see it a lot in the Discord. So make sure you're following rule number 5 and 6. Again, the 6 is just to limit our risk. So I know right here, if I buy at 9 cents, I'm only risking 11% to the downside. So if I put in 100 grand right here, okay, I'm only risking $10,000 to the downside. Okay, and vice versa. If I put in 10,000, okay, I'm only risking 1,000 to the downside because I'm taking this trade on. Okay, this is where we're pivoting. This is where the direction is pivoting because I could see it on the chart. You can see the candles are green. We switched from red to green on the candles. We got a green dot, okay, and we got the stochastic RSI starting to turn up. Can this thing dip that down? Absolutely. But right now, as a trader, this is a place where I want to enter, and we're also bouncing right on that 50-week moving average. Okay, that's the average yearly price. So we're bouncing right on it. Okay, you can look back in the last bull run. We broke out over it. We pulled back into it. Okay, and then we did the Ripski. Okay, I'm looking to sell on one of these moves here. Okay, so right now, to me, CRO just looks like it's getting started. This is the perfect setup for the day. Let's take some chart requests now. I got them all loaded up here so we don't have to, switch back and forth between the Discord. But if you guys are not in the Discord yet, the link is in the description and in the comment section down below, pinned up there so you guys can join for free. And you can get a hold of everything we're doing over here on this channel. We're staying ahead of these markets, folks. So the first one of the day is going to be Grab. This looks like a stock. And again, it's not above the 50 weeks. So I'm not looking to enter on this one right now. I want that big break above the 50, the pull back into it, and the bounce, kind of like you saw with CRO. Here's UNH. This is a higher cap. I believe this is healthcare. Man, I got a lot of lines on here, don't I? Okay, UNH is United Healthcare. It is getting the green dot. So again, you can move your stop loss up to the bottom of last week's candle. That green candle right there. Set your stop loss at 498. I think this one looks good for a trade. Okay, look to take profit maybe around that high right there at 56, but the direction is good. Again, we're bouncing off that 50 week. I like this trade. Use a stop loss at 498 there. Here's DMTR. Not sure what this one is, but I mean, that's a big sell-off. Again, where are we? We're below that 50 week. I don't want to be a part of it below the 50 week. We got SIN USD. This is called Sinverse. Okay, I'm not into sinning, but the setup looks good here. Okay, you could use a stop loss right there at 7 cents. You got the green dot on the chart there showing you, telling you to buy. If you're going to buy it here, use that stop loss at 0.006. So we also have this feature over here inside the Discord called the research feature. So what you could do is you could use this bot to look up what these names are. For example, I'll look up this one here. Okay, and I can see the market cap. So I can see it's a very small coin here. Only a $5 million market cap. Wow, and you can actually trade this one on Coinbase too? Is that right? Nope, not on Coinbase. So it wouldn't be on my watch list because I wouldn't be able to buy it. But if you're on KuCoin or one of those, okay, this is a very low cap coin that is reversing here. So again, you got the big breakout, you got the pullback into the 50, and you're getting the bounce here. So I would for sure use a stop loss at 0.006, but it looks good. The volume looks good. Everything looks like it's pointing up. You got to use that stop loss at 0.006 in case this dot's a liar. But as I'm saying on the technicals, everything is pointing up on SYN. Here's DAG. This is, what is this? Constellation? I actually heard of this one back in the day. I haven't looked at it in a while. Okay, it had a really nice move. Here's another perfect setup for you guys as well. Okay, what do we have here? We had the big breakout over the 50, and we had the pullback into it. Okay, consolidation, rip. There's your green dot. Boom, there's your trade. That thing went from 4 cents all the way up to 40. That's a 10x on your money. You put 1,000 in here, you're making 10,000 all the way back to the top. They call it a 10x. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and you can see the stochastic. When that stochastic gets up here, that light blue line gets up here toward 100, this is when we look to take profits. Because why? Because just like when it's down here, it's been overdone to the downside. The momentum's been overdone to the downside. The momentum's been overdone to the upside. So we're selling at the top of the wave every time. And we're buying at the bottom of the wave. That is our goal here. Okay, we are traders. We're looking to time our entries, but not every green dot means buy. You can see these green dots down here were not the greatest times to buy because why? We were in that downtrend, but you could see this was a perfect setup right here on DAG. Can you buy this one on Coinbase? Can't buy this one on Coinbase either. Okay, but that was a beautiful setup there. You saw that. Boom. Rip up, pull back into it. Where was the stochastic? Right down there on the floor. Okay, there's your green dot. Okay, buy these consolidation candles if you want to. Okay, this was a beautiful setup back in the last bull run. So this thing's just now breaking out again after a big, long downtrend. I'm talking about a year and a half here. Okay, year and a half of going straight down, right? During this time, you can short. So if you guys don't know what shorting is, it's pretty much betting that the market's going to go down. So there was your short opportunity. There was your short opportunity. You could see we're buying when it gets into that average price and trading with the wave. So now that we're breaking out, we don't want to short anymore. We don't want to short at all. We want to keep it going. Okay, and DAG's looking real good here, folks. DAG's looking real good here with a bounce off the 50. You got the green dot this week. Things are pointing up. This thing looks like it wants to do the rippity-dippity. Okay, and you can set your stop loss right there at 0.05. You're probably risking about 10% on that. Okay, you're risking about 8%. That's solid. If you can get your risk under 10%, that is solid. Okay, and again, where are we? Above the 50, bouncing with a green dot. That one looks like it wants to continue there. 0.05 is going to be the stop on that. Here's UAVS. Again, what is this? No idea. I would not touch this with my worst enemy's money because you're going to lose it all. Okay, maybe I would want to do that with my worst enemy, but I don't have any enemies. So, I mean, this thing is just getting racked. I would not want to be a part of that. Do not want to be a part of that. If anything, I want to short it when it goes up. Okay, here's H-bar, folks. Another one. Just bouncing beautifully right now. Up above the 50. With the green dot, this thing looks like it wants to continue as well. I'd say the current stop loss, I mean, you can move it up to that bar right there. I just call it 7 cents. Call it 7 cents. You're risking about 10 to 15% here to the downside. So take that 10 to 15% and use that to mitigate your risk. Okay? You never want to go all in on a position. You always want to diversify, I would say, into at least 4 to 5 assets. Okay, some people have 15 in their portfolio, some have 10, some have 20. I like to stick between, I mean, you can see how many names I own right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have about 6 names in my portfolio right now. So some of those names are bigger than others, right? The percentage of my portfolio is shifted toward those. Some names in my portfolio more because I'm more confident in the projects, more confident of where they're sitting on the charts than some of the other ones. But I want to diversify. Never want to go all in because, again, it's just it's a diversification. It's a risk management system just as much as it is, trying to time it. So H-bar is, again, pointing straight up here. I'm extremely bullish on this. That's a buy signal. I'd buy it here. If you hold it, I'd hold the crap out of it right now because, again, we're just getting that break above the average yearly price. Okay, pulled back right into it. Got the bounce, okay, and we're on the way right now. We're on the way. Here's SHIB also giving the signal here. And by the way, these names that we follow, Okay, we have names like HBAR on our watch list, SQ, anything with a flag, we're watching it. So anything with a flag, we actually alert you over here in the Discord under Overkill Alerts. You can see we had a couple go off today. Lyft went off with a weekly, and Coinbase went off with a weekly. I called that one out 2 or 3 weeks ago, folks. That one's looking good. I actually want to take a look at that real quick. Okay, this is Coinbase. Obviously, it's a crypto play, but again, look at that. I mean, I saw that candle last week. That's the reversal candle. Okay, that's the doji reversal. Boom. Looks like they had earnings. Oh, we got earnings after the bell? Nope, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Coinbase earnings. Coinbase earnings tomorrow. I'm actually going to notify Coin earnings tomorrow. So if you're a member of the Discord, you can get these alerts. So they'll call it out, folks. It'll call it out for you. You can see it's printing right here. Stochastic's in a really good spot here. Coinbase is like playing Bitcoin right here, and I think there's a lot of money flowing into the exchanges right now because we're going into a bull market, folks. When we broke out of this downtrend, this massive downtrend we've had over the last year and a half, we're just now breaking out. Okay, so this move is going to go like this in the opposite direction. Okay, it's going to happen again, but it's going to go this way this time because, again, we're in an uptrend now. All these names are in an uptrend. So let me go back to SHIB here. Again, beautiful consolidation here. We're below the 50 here. We're below the 50, but if Bitcoin and everything is going to keep going up, you gotta think names like Shiba, who was a massive name in the last bull market. Again, nobody's talking about it. You guys remember when everybody was telling you to buy Shiba coin up here at whatever price this was? Okay, this is when the majority of retail's buying up here. This is when because everyone's screaming about it. Twitter's talking about it. Jim Cramer's talking about it. Elon Musk is talking about it. Okay, this is why we use our cheat sheet, folks. Okay, if you're buying when everybody else is excited and screaming and saying it's going to the moon, it's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? You can see the crypto people starting to come out of the woods now. Okay? We want to sell up in this area, folks. We want to sell when they're excited. We want to buy when they're not talking about it. Okay? They call this the stealth phase. We want to buy when things are silent. Okay? People are more fearful than greedy. Up here is greed. We sell greed. We buy fear. We buy fear. But the best place to buy is above the mean. So the mean is the average price. Again, that blue line I constantly talk about with you guys. Okay, the yearly average price. It is a 50-week EMA. Okay, if you guys want to add it to your chart, just go to indicators and type in moving average exponential. Okay, and it will add to your chart. Okay, it'll be right over here in Trading View. And you come here to the settings cog, and you want to go to inputs, and you want to change the length to 50. Okay, that is the yearly average moving price. That is our reference price all the time. Okay, because that is the mean. Okay, we want to buy the breakout above the mean and the pull back into it. This is where we want to buy before the mania. So I believe right now, folks, the crypto markets at least. I'm real focused on crypto right now, not so much stocks. There's a few stocks that I'd like to be a part of, but I think the gains in crypto are going to be much, much bigger than stocks over the next year or 2 years just because of how things move. And again, media attention, you're going to start seeing CNBC. You already see CNBC talking about it. Okay, Jim Cramer and the SEC guys on there trying to scare us this morning. They're trying to get us out because they're buying, right? They're buying. You can see the charts. They're shifting. So the smart money owns the news channels. They own CNBC. They own the big influencers because they just give them a bunch of money and the people sell their souls because they want the money and then they lie to us. They start lying to us. So these markets are manipulated, folks. I don't think there's any arguing that. Okay, so we want to play the psychology. We want to be buying when the whales are buying. They know what they're doing. They're trying to sell it to us up here, and they want us to sell it down here. Right? That's the goal. Because they can't sell their bags, they can't sell their Bitcoin and everything. They can't sell unless there's a buyer. So how do they sell it? They get retail, the mindless people who don't know what they're doing and don't understand market psychology, right? They're pumping it to you up here. They're saying, hey, buy, so they can sell it, so they can dump it on you. And I mean, if you were buying up here, you got wrecked. Okay, and SHIB, whoever requested this, I like it. I like it as a fundamental play just because the brand is, everybody's aware of it. So all it's going to take is a little pump and everyone's going to jump in just like they did last time. So I think it's a great place to buy Shiba. I got a stop loss at the bottom of that candle right there. You got a green candle this week with a green dot buy signal. That was called out yesterday. I believe we had a bunch of names go off this week, folks. There was a wreckage. And these markets, they move, right? They move in, this was Sunday right here. Look at this. This is when weekly crypto candles close. Boom. just alert, 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 alert. And then I come in here and post the charts for you guys so you could take a look at it. Hopefully you're learning stuff so you could look at a chart and identify this stuff as well. But this is what the community is all about, right? We're all here to work together. You guys are requesting these names. We found 5 or 6 names over the last week that I didn't even know about, and you guys brought it to my attention. So again, I'm learning just as much from you as you guys are from me. It's a community effort. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together and all of us growing together. I want to be around in 30 or 40 years to tell the story about how all this happened and how we turned into one of the biggest investing groups in the world. So that's the goal of everything here. And we're here to take over, folks, and we're here to hold each other accountable too. Okay, I truly believe in this strategy. I believe it is an 80 to 90% hit rate, and I think if we follow it to a T and learn from our mistakes in the past, I think we can outperform the majority of civilization in the economic realm, at least. So I'm a buyer SHIB this week, and I got a stop loss of the yellow line. That's looking good. We got Intel Corp. Okay, this thing's bouncing right on that. I mean, semiconductors have just been insane, folks. They've been absolutely insane. So what I'm noticing on this is we're back down here on the stochastic. So we haven't been down here in a while on Intel, and you can see that green wave. That tells you money's flowing in, right? Red, when it's red, that red wave, that's when money's flowing out. Okay, so money's flowing in right now, and you're getting a doji this week. So you're missing the green dot, but if you wanted to play this thing, okay, set your stop loss right there at, say, 41.50. So you're risking $2 to the downside with a trade on Intel here. I mean, you guys are seeing these semiconductors. Yeah, I was looking at NVIDIA this week, and it's just, I mean, I got to say, folks, I mean, I'm selling up here. Like, this is greed territory. This is crazy person territory. If you're a day trader and you're in and out and in and out and in and out, yeah, that's fine. But as a long-term investor, look where market cipher is. This wave right here tells me we're right up here in new paradigm. We're right up here in delusion. Okay, everyone's just, you can see all retail, they're just buying NVIDIA because Jim Cramer's saying, oh, it's up 700,000% this, right? We missed it. We missed the boat. Okay, and if you're holding it, I mean, and you're going to ask me what to do, okay, I'm telling you, sell. We got the stochastic up there, and I'm not saying this thing can't continue, but I'd rather buy closer to the average yearly price, because if you think about it, right, the average yearly price, right now we're sitting 40% off the average, meaning right now if you're buying this, you're buying it at 40% higher than the average price. That doesn't make sense. That's like going to the store and paying 40% more for your milk and your chicken and your eggs, right, and your food. It doesn't make sense, right? I want to buy right at the average price. I am taking profits up here. Okay, because if you're continuing to hold here, I mean, you're just being greedy. Yes, it could pop off and go to 800, but so what? Right? That's another what? 10%? And you're risking 40% to the downside. It just doesn't make sense. I'm taking profits all day on that. But a name like Intel, for example, I'd want to sell NVIDIA. If you want to play the chip stocks, sell the NVIDIA, and I would buy Intel here just because of where we're setting up. And I don't have a green dot confirmation yet, but this thing looks good. And it probably, it looks like it lost on their earnings. No, they beat their earnings, and they pulled back. So, yeah, I'd roll over NVIDIA into Intel if you want to play the chips, because this setup looks way better with the stochastic way down here on the floor, right? We want to be buyers down here, not up here. Okay? You're a sheep if you're buying up here. You're sheep to the slaughter. You're going to get slaughtered. You're buying stuff at a 40% premium. You'll never make money doing that. It'll never happen. We want to buy it at the average price or around it, if that makes sense. So here's RIG. So again, RIG's in a downtrend. I would not be buying RIG. I would not be buying RIG. Why? Because we're below the 50. So we're breaking rule number 2 if we do that. Here's Square. Square could also be argued as a crypto play as well. They got earnings coming up here. That's on, looks like Thursday of next week. And I mean, it's sitting right on that 50, but I think this is more of a gamble if you're playing it before the earnings. I want to see how they report on their earnings, and then I'd consider playing it. If you want to play it, 61, 68 is the level. You'll get the green dot confirmation in Discord over there when it happens. Here's OP. I'm going to guess Smartass requested this one. He's a big OP guy. And shout out to my brothers over in the Discord, all the generals, all the Spartans, all the recruits, man. We're growing every day. We're making the right decisions, and we're capitalizing on these trades and on these markets. I love it. You love to see it, folks. So OP's looking good with a bounce off the 9. This looks like more of a momentum trade. I'd set a stop loss at 292. 292. I mean, you got the green dot this week, too. The stochastic's a little high for my liking. Okay, it's at 60 right there, but I mean it's really trying to turn. So if you're playing this, if you're holding it, okay, use a stop loss at 290, and then you could take your profits. And then, I mean, even this one's sitting quite a ways off of it, off the 50 there. I mean, you're talking about a 40% premium right now. So if we get up to like the 60 range, if we get 60% off of the 50 week, the average, that's typically when I will definitely at least take half off and just know that I'm not being greedy and I'm actually taking profits. Because again, nothing goes straight up. Everything pulls back, folks. And the opportunities we're really looking for to add on are right down here below the average price. We don't want to buy stuff typically at a 30 to 40%. I would not say sell this right now because, again, we got a green dot and it's bouncing right on that 9-week moving average, which is the momentum moving average. I think these markets are just going to absolutely freaking rip right now, dude. I mean, with where we're at this week, I mean, this is the Cupid rally, folks. They're revving up the engine right now. It's time to get the truck. Okay, so again, 290 is the stop loss on that. I just continue to be a holder and look to sell if it comes back up here. That's the cast that gets back up in this area. Okay, if we have a nice pump over the next few weeks, which could definitely happen with what's on the chart right now, we'll reassess on that. Request that one again, and we'll cover it Saturday. So if you guys missed a request this week, that's, again, I drop videos every week on Wednesday and Saturday. 6 p.m. is going to be the new time. 6 p.m. is when everything premieres. But you could drop your requests down here, just like our members did this week, and I will answer them in the video before we cover our main watch list. So here's Adam, also giving you a buy signal as well. This one went off earlier this week as well. I got a stop loss at about 896 on this one. Okay, and again, you're getting the buy signal. So, I mean, if you hold it, I would continue to be a holder. I think this one pays like 11% APY to hold it in Coinbase or something like that, which is very, very interesting. And yeah, I mean, again, looks like it's ready to reverse. Green dot means buy. API 3, okay, ripping. I'd be taking profits on this. Okay, again, don't be greedy here. Don't be greedy. This thing's up a massive amount. Okay, here's the breakout over the 50, the pull back into it. I mean, you're talking about 153% move there. Okay, and I'm not saying this thing can't continue. If you want, set a stop loss at the bottom of the weekly candle at 288 if you want to play the continuation. But again, I'm buying down in this area, folks, right? I want to buy in the stochastics down here. I want to buy pullbacks on this thing. So if this API 3 pulls back into that 50, that's where I'm going to be looking to buy it. And that one's on our altcoin watch list as well. So those signals do come in, and the volume is really, really picking up here too. So I don't even know what API 3 is. I think I looked it up before, but anyone know this thing? Let's check it out. Okay, blockchain native decentralized API and a DAO governance for quantum security. $400 million market cap, that's not too bad. Circulating supply, that's a good number. Those numbers are close there. You know, there's volume. There's definitely money flowing into it. You can see the volume down here. This is people buying it. So this is the whales. Okay, so I mean, you could continue to choose to ride this thing out, but I would definitely set a trailing stop loss on your weekly if you want to play the. But I mean, again, you're buying it at a massive premium here of about 50%. If you're buying it, I would not buy it. I would be a holder or a seller up here. I definitely maybe sell half and let the rest ride. And then once you get the red dot, you could sell the other half. Okay, because again, red means down, green means up. But when we go up for 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row, right, you want to think about taking some off the table because nothing goes straight up. If it goes straight up for 8 weeks, that's normally that's very rare. Normally the moves are anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, anywhere from 3 to, I would say, 9 weeks. Okay, give it about a month and a half. Month and a half or 2 months. Okay, so AVAX is the next one here again. Continuation. It's bouncing off the 9-week moving average. That's that shorter term moving average, right? The 9-week. That's more momentum. And AVAX just looks like it wants to do the rippity-dippity here. Also giving you a green dot here, so that's telling you, hey, continuation. We're going to go up for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Okay, and again, we can look to sell when the stochastic gets back up to 100. Okay, when the blue line comes back up in this area. That's when we want to sell because that's when the price is expensive. Price is expensive. Okay, when it's down here, price is cheap. Okay, so this thing's came down about halfway, and I thought it would come back down to the 50 at 24. It hit about 27. Okay, you could hit 27, and then it just got sucked right back up. That's buyers stepping in there to just buy that thing back up. Buy. They tried to sell it off and failed miserably. So the buyers are in control. And you're getting a green dot this week, so I'm expecting continuation on AVAX. That thing looks good. That one is also in our looking to buy list as well. So we covered the purple list on Saturday, the orange list on Wednesday. AVAX, definitely the signal will come. We actually got the signal this week because, again, it's on the chart there. So that was called out. And, yeah, holders of this name. Absolute holders. Here's AGIX. What's this one? AGIX. This looks like a newer one here. Hold on, I got to sit down here. Okay, this is $390 million market cap. So the lower the market cap, the higher risk to play. But the lower the market cap also means bigger gains. Okay, so this thing just has to go to a $3.9 billion company in order to 10x. And when I say 10x, I mean go from, 1,000 to 10,000. That's a 10x return. That's 1,000%. Okay, so a $3.9 billion coin is possible, and it looks like the total supply is all pretty much circulating, so that's a good thing as well. It's a decentralized, it's got the word AI in it, so it must be something. But that's looking good. This is looking really good. Who called this out? Can you buy it on... You can't buy it on Coinbase. That's why it's not on my watch list. Okay, I got a new rule that kind of limits what I put on my watch list to. It has to be on Coinbase's exchange because that's the exchange I use to trade. Here's, again, and you're getting a buy signal. So if you own it, I mean, this is a super easy stop loss here. I mean, you could put it right there at the bottom of the green candle. That's 26 cents. You're risking 5 cents here. This one looks good. If it was on Coinbase, I'd be looking to enter this one. And, again, give you the buy signal right there. Here's INJ. This is a Solana ecosystem token. And this thing just looks like it wants to freaking rip here, too. That's a massive bull flag there. Okay, so this looks like it could potentially have a move higher here as long as 28 holds. Okay, 28's the stop loss. I'm sorry. Stop loss is right there at 20. Just call it 29.50 on this one. Okay, consolidation. Okay, consolidation is not a bad thing. Okay, and this is called a bull flag pattern. Okay, the bull flag is the pole. It has a pole here. Think of that as a pole, and here's the flag. Okay, so that means we're consolidating, meaning nobody's selling this thing off right now. So the green dot will be the absolute confirmation, but what I'm looking at is the stochastic near zero there. So, I mean, if you own this thing or you want to hold it or whatever, I would sell if it breaks 29.50. 29.50 is my stop loss. I mean, you're sitting at a 50% premium right now. So, again, expensive, right? Wouldn't necessarily be buying here, but again, you could totally do that because you're really only risking with a stop loss right now. You're risking, just call it 15%. 15% to the downside. If this thing breaks out, I mean, it isn't a blue sky breakout right now. That's pretty wild. But I mean, this is making higher highs. So it's doing the ripski. And I like the fact that the stochastic's on the floor there. So again, stop loss on a trade here, meaning on an entry, or if you're holding it, okay, because I don't want to hold through a 50% drop. I don't want to hold when my money's going down. I want to sell. So as long as this level holds, that 29.50 level, okay, and I'm rounding down to the 50 cent level, okay, and if you want to be less conservative, maybe set it at 29 or 28.50. Okay, and again, if we get a green dot this week or next week, this thing should do the ripski. That's definitely on the list, and we will be notified when that green dot prints there. We got the green dot last week on Bitcoin. That thing popped off there. Bang! Okay, and look what we're doing, folks. I mean, I told you, these markets could just go parabolic. I've been saying that. With this bounce off this 9-week moving average, this is just insane. So I'm a holder of BTC. Okay, I would not sell here. I'd wait till the stochastic gets back up here, back up to 100. And it's pointing straight up right now, meaning Bitcoin just wants to go straight up. Up 3%. We broke 52 today. Oh, man. Folks, we called the bottom, by the way, on this channel. Back here. If you guys were still in the Discord, you guys remember calling this bottom here on the monthly. I mean, we are up from that dot right there, from the monthly dot. Bitcoin, at least, 174% right now. So we're coming up into all-time highs. I don't think there's anything that's going to hold us back from hitting 70, but I think that's where we could potentially find a place to chill out a little bit because, again, these markets got to pull back into reality at some point, right? They got to cool off. I think we're coming into a tax season, and I think there's going to be some profit taking into taxes because people will normally sell some of their portfolios to pay their taxes for the year. right? So that's something to consider. That's something I've been thinking about, at least. I don't know what you guys think about that, but it's definitely not a bad decision. So I think the smart money's wanting to pump it up into, people pay their taxes in April. So March, April is kind of, the area where I think we're going to be finding a top. Okay, I think this stochastic will be closer to 100 come, that's 4 to 8 weeks away, right? So these green dots, when they come, typically, like I said, the moves happen from about a 3 to 9 week period. 3 to 9 weeks. That's about a little close to 2.5 months are our swing trades. Okay, we're not day traders. We're swinging based on I'm just going to say 1 to 3 month period. I think it's a lot easier to say 1 to 3 months. Okay, that's normally how long these moves take to play out here. So again, Bitcoin looks monstrous, and you guys know when Bitcoin goes up, everything's connected. The altcoins follow eventually, and stuff kicks in. I got my old man on the phone calling me today. Hey, the altcoins aren't really moving. I'm like, just be patient, dude. Like, these charts are setting up. Okay, they're setting up big here. Okay, and everything's going to follow Bitcoin as it continues to go. This move is not stopping. I mean, folks, we're pointing straight up. And until we get a red dot on the chart or closer to 100, I'm fully bullish on these markets. Here's Beam. Where are we at on this? This looks like a therapeutic company. This is a stock. I don't like it. We're below the 50. I want to get up above the 50 and then come back down into it. Right now, I'm just not messing with it. Not touching it. Breaking rule number 2. Super. This is an altcoin as well. And that one got the green dot last week. And this one just looks like a freaking boomer, dude. I mean, that's just doing the ripski here. For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We're not really close to 100 there, but I don't know. This is one of those just massive breakouts. Okay, the trade came a couple weeks ago. That was last week. It told you to buy. It was sitting around 60 cents or so. It's already up 100%. So this thing could just freaking rip here. Look at the volume. You could buy it on Coinbase. I can't remember the market cap of this one. Okay, the lower the market cap, the better, just because, again, you know what I'm saying? You are increasing your likelihood to make gains. So, like, for example, Bitcoin's not going to go up 100% in a week. It's just not going to happen because they would have to inject $1 trillion in order for that to happen. With this one, all it has to do is go to a $1 billion market cap from here, and that would be 100%. So it's a low market cap one, number 131. It looks like a Web3 product, something to do with NFTs. Haven't heard a lot about NFTs. Y'all remember the NFTs back in the day when everyone's, oh my God, NFTs are the greatest thing in the world, right? They were their idols. Okay, they were their idols, right? They were loving it. They were loving the NFTs. That's when I'm selling, baby. That's when we're selling, folks. That's when we're dumping. Okay, we called the top of the last market and we called the bottom this year. I mean, we did it right here on the channel, folks. People say you can't time the bottom. We're 2 for 2 since we started. 2 for 2. Okay, we called the top back here. We called the top back here at 70, and we called the bottom right here in 2023. So we're gonna be right here to call the top again when it happens. And folks, we're just getting started. Here's Big Time. This one on Coinbase? Big Time. Yes, it is. This one's going to go ahead and make its way into our altcoin watch list. Looks like a brand new token. This one looks good here. What's this one? And by the way, you guys can use this research tool here if you're a member of the Discord. Okay, members do have the option to use this. It's right down here in the resources tab of the Discord. All you got to do is type /info space and then the ticker of the name you want to look up. And it will tell you the description, right? It'll tell you what it does. This one's a multiplayer RPG game. I like that. This is a gaming company. This is a nice one here. I actually like this one. This one's setting up to be, looks like to be a boomer here. Okay, wow. It's the monthly. Okay, that's a weird candle there, but that weekly, that's a reversal there. And we're 100% back to the top here. This one looks good, folks. I just added this one, and it doesn't look like we're going to get the green dot because there's not enough data. It's such a new coin. But I'm adding this one to the watch list here, folks. Wow. This is what I'm talking. This is what the channel's all about here, folks. Okay, we have this altcoin watch list. Like I said, we're going to cover the rest of this list today. New edition. Big Time. Okay, and there's the chart. Bang. Okay, and the research was down here. I mean, you're talking under a $200 million company. I like it. Hey, shout out to whoever called that one out. That's a great call out there. Great call out there. Fantastic. Here's Matic. Matic's getting a nice bounce here, folks. Okay, don't give up on Matic yet. I've been kind of bashing it over the last few weeks, but we're bouncing right on the 50, giving you a green dot. That's the buy signal there. And, yeah, that one's over there in the list. Let me just set an alert on this real quick. I'm pretty sure this was on the... I thought I already had this, but I didn't see it there. Let me just set an alert real quick. So like I said, this is the AI that we use to call this stuff out in the Discord. So we never miss. We never miss a signal from any of these names. But that is... see, we just got the... There's the signal right there. Boom. So Matic just popped off because why? We're having a green dot this week. So that just, boom, gave you the signal there. Matic is showing a weekly dot. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. We're in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Okay, that deserves an AU. All right, let me hear those in the chat and the comments. Shout out to the Overkill Army, baby. Okay, that's a beautiful, beautiful setup right there. Stop loss is 79. Shipping, SHPNING. I believe this one. This one is also available on Coinbase. Okay, it's just below that 50. I don't know. It just hasn't broken out yet. Let me look at this. This has been requested a few times here. SHPNING. Oh, come on. SHPNING. Nope. Hold on. Doesn't want me to do it. SHP. Oh, I was putting an N in there. SHPING. How's that? There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, something to do with the retail industry. Not a lot of data on it. So this one looks like a brand spanking new coin. So I'd use a stop at 0.03 if you want to play it. I'm going to go ahead and add this one into the altcoin watch list just for old time's sake here. And looking to sell when the stochastic gets closer there. But again, there's no data on this one. It's available on Coinbase. It's kind of a specific niche that I haven't heard a lot about in crypto. Like, I don't know why people are going after music and stuff like that. Like, what about retail? What about buying clothes and all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? So if they're a retailing cryptocurrency project, that's an interesting one to follow. So that one's going to be on the altcoin watch list as well. Here's BAC. This is Bank of America. I don't like where the stochastic is here. I don't like it. It just did pop over the 50, okay, but it's had a hard time. So I'd like to buy closer down here to 0 on the stochastic when we're below that. Okay, if you're going to play this thing, you could set a stop loss at 31, but I don't know why you're looking at banks right now. I mean, you guys are looking at what crypto's doing. Banks are, why do you want a 10% gain on Bank of America when you can have a 10,000% gain on big time, or 100% gain on big time back to the top? You know, these banks don't move much because they're $300 billion market cap coins or projects. Okay, meaning to go 100%, they got to put $300 billion into the stock, and that just doesn't happen. Okay, it just doesn't happen. Here's AZTA. Okay, this is a nice breakout here. I just wait till we're closer to the 50. Again, we're just a little high. 13% ain't bad, but again, this is a stock, so I don't know. To be honest, guys, I don't really care too much about stocks right now. I think you're doing yourself a disservice by looking at names like this, just because, I mean, 10%, I mean, you got to wait 3 months to make 5%. You're not even beating inflation at that point. Here's ATX. This one looks like a biotech company. Okay, ugly trend here, but we are just now getting a breakout above. So they must have had some kind of drug or something go live or something like that. Not really sure, but I'd like to buy a pullback. When the stochastic gets back to 0, this will be an interesting one to take a look at with a bounce off of that 50. Okay, so pull back into the 50, boom, that's where we want to buy it. Here's AFirm. This is a bank. Okay, putting in a bull flag as well. You guys don't know what a bull flag is? Go look it up on Google. Stochastic sitting right in the middle right now. This one, in my opinion, can either go either way. Okay, you're 33% premium right now. So again, if you're taking risk, you're taking higher risk buying up here and not down there, in my opinion, on these swings. But again, if a green dot comes, I'd buy it up. And right now, the level, if you want to play it, is 37.58. Okay, this is a doji this week, so It did have a nice breakout. Again, another name that's been in a downtrend for like a year and a half, 2 years. Okay, and then boom. Okay, rip up. Okay, uptrend confirmed. Okay, now it's just playing the levels, right? So the first level right now is going to be 37. And then again, if it comes down to 28 or 29.30, boom, that is the spot. Here's ENS. Okay, this is that Ethereum project that just had the GoDaddy approval and stuff. I just don't want to buy it up here. I want to buy closer to the 50 here. We want to buy, boom, closer to the 50. Stochastic just overdone. Names like this are getting day traded, right? People are in here day trading. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to hunt my prey. Okay, and I'm going to attack when the time is right. And the time is right when we're going to be closer down here to the average, not 45% off the average, paying a premium on that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it can't continue. And if you want to play it, just use your stop loss at the bottom of the weekly. Okay, that's about 19. That's called a trailing stop loss. So every week you come in here and you move it up. 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 You move it. You can do that. Okay, that's how to play continuation. But again, 50% premiums. At 60%, I'm a profit taker. So again, I want to play this one when it comes back down. You should have already, right? We want to buy the day of the green dot. So you should have already capitalized by buying in this area right here. Bang, you had the move. That was a 100% move. And this is another one that's real low market cap too. So again, wanting to buy closer to the 50 week. That's just the rule we use. Don't want to buy at a premium. I don't want to go to the grocery store and buy my eggs for 50% higher than the average price. And I don't want to do the same with my stocks and my crypto. XTZ is one that went off today. This one's nice. Setting up real nice here. 93 cents is the stop. Okay, looks real good. Green dot. Okay, just buy and hold. Okay, 93 cents is the level. This one's another one that's just been annihilated. Hasn't really taken off yet, but you can see bull flag pattern. Again, here's the pull. Here's the flag. There's the buy signal. Okay, your stop loss is right there at 93. Again, another name you're risking about 10% to the downside on. Not bad at all. Here's LDO, trying to get some continuation here. Okay, stop loss on this is around 250. Just looks like a little bit too much of a premium. Once again, you're talking about that's 24%. So trend's nice, but again, we want to buy the bounces off the 50, folks. Clay. I do like Clay. Again, I don't know why that one's not on our list either here. Let me go ahead and set that alert here. This is one from the last bull run as well. I'm going to add that one to our looking to buy list. Okay, and that's a green dot this week. You guys will get that in the Discord here in a few seconds. And bada bing, bada boom. 20 cents is our level. Okay, you're getting the buy signal this week. I really like Clay. There's a lot of meat on this bone here, folks. A lot of meat on this bone here. Okay, you're talking about a 1,700% move back to the top. Okay, that is unheard of. Okay, you put in 1,000 down here, you're going to make $17,000 all the way back to the top. Okay, that are great odds if you want to call it odds. But again, green dot means we use the stop loss at the bottom of the candle to manage our risk. You're looking at about a 12% risk right now to the downside, and like I said, 1,700% to the upside. So great look at play here. Okay, Clay looks real good. Okay, that's now back on the watch list, and I'd be a buyer this week with that green dot. XRP also, look at this. Okay, first green candle in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So again, what did I say, guys? 1 to 3 months is our time frame. We just pulled back for 6 weeks in a row. That's a month and a half. So you're sitting right in our time frame right now, and you're getting a reversal candle here. Look where the blue wave is. Okay, the blue wave is the true momentum indicator. When we're down here on the blue wave, okay, last time that happened was back in January 2023. We went from 35 all the way up to about $1. That was a 200% move from there to there. Okay, and you could have been trading in here too. But again, look at the pattern. Okay, go up for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Come down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Go up for 1, 2, 3 weeks. Come down for 1, 2, 3 weeks. Go up for 2 weeks. Come down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the more weeks it has red, right, the better. Okay, so this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week pullback. Okay, and then there was your doji. That's your reversal candle. There's your stealth phase I was talking about over here on the cheat sheet. Okay, shorter term stealth phase here. Okay, 5 weeks. Okay, just go sideways. Don't do anything. Rip. Okay, 49 up to 75. There's 33%. Okay, take your money and run. Again, down for 6 weeks. So the longer it pulls back, normally the bigger the move to the upside. And this is going to form a W here. Okay, you got up, down, W. W stands for win. They beat the crap out of the SEC. Who's going to take them out if the SEC can't take them out? They got staying power. And we're back down here on the stochastic. The wave is overdone to the downside. Okay, and we're missing the green dot. So green dot's going to come. 48 cents is the level I'm playing. But you're looking at the first green candle in 6 weeks, folks. 6 weeks it's been. Congratulations. Here's MKR. Okay, again, too far off the 50 here. I'm taking profits up in this area. Okay, 33% off the 50. Stochastic sitting up here. I'm taking profits. I'm taking profits here on this and rolling it into XRP or Clay. Okay, again, 2 weeks up. Okay, I'd rather buy 2 weeks up than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks up. Okay, this move was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks up, had the pullback, boom. Okay, I don't want to hold through the pullbacks. I want to take profits and roll it over. Okay, you can sell and roll it into something else. Don't get emotionally attached to names because of what they are. Look at the charts. Okay, fundamentals do matter, but they're like 10% of the fight. Okay, you just got to know that it's a good project and it has usage. And it's not a, just a coin that Alex Becker's talking about or somebody on Twitter's talking about. That is a tiny project, which, yes, could blow up. But a name like XRP, folks, if you knew what they were trying to do and you knew that they're beating federal agencies in court, that's not a joke. Okay, that is not a joke. You know what I'm saying? And we're bouncing, folks. This is a bounce. That is a doji. I mean, I'm putting my 401k on this thing right now. It's like, I don't own this thing. I own XLM. That's a name that's similar to XRP in what they do. They are affiliated, I believe. I can't confirm that, but they sure do move together. Because if you look at XLM's chart, and full disclosure, this one is in my portfolio, but similar charts. Like they're the same exact chart. XLM's just a smaller market cap. XLM's like the Litecoin to the Bitcoin back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So this is below the 50. So I'm breaking my trading rule, but this is just a consolidation phase. Look at the monthly on this one. Okay, the monthly is very attractive. I mean, we were back at $1 back here in August. So, I mean, again, that's a 10x to the top. That's typically what I'm looking for. Range-wise is a 10x. You got all these people talking about 100,000 million X's, whatever. You only have to double. I've done the math on one of these videos before, but if you take $500 and put 500 into your calculator and you multiply it by 11 times, you make $1 million. Okay, so that's just 500 times 2 times 2 times 2, 11 times, you have over $1 million. That's starting with 500. So you only have to make a 1x 11 times, obviously in a row if you're going to do that. You will make mistakes, but if you're mitigating your risk using stop losses and the stuff I talk about on this channel, it's obviously you're limiting your risk. You're not betting massive amounts on something or anything like that. It's just slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady wins the race. There's a reason 90% of day traders lose. 90%. Everyone wants to be a day trader, and 90% of them lose. That's unheard of. Okay, I don't want to be a part of that. Okay, let's trade more on a macro time frame. It's an unpopular thing to do. I had someone comment on the video the other day. I've never thought about trading on a weekly. That's because nobody really talks about it. Everyone wants the quick come up, that quick instant gratification. Nobody wants to wait for it. Okay, again, we're 1 to 3 months, folks. 1 to 3 months. That's our time frames. Okay, that's our moves. 1 to 3 months here. Okay, we don't have to sit in front of our computer for 8 hours a day and do it. Okay, I come spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with you guys on Wednesday and Saturday. We're looking at these charts, and this is what we're doing. We're planning our moves. This is not, I'm not doing this for, I mean, I am doing it for entertainment purposes and educational purposes, of course. But, I mean, I'm also doing it for myself. I'm going through these charts. I'm going through these watch lists for myself as well, planning my moves and things like that. So, this is real. This is real. This is real as it gets. This is economics, 101. So, again, XRP, bada bing, bada boom. Down here at the bottom on the stochastic. Again, the stochastic is the momentum indicator. This is a momentum indicator. I'm going to call out an XRP. I'm calling it right here on February 14th, Valentine's Day, for the Cupid rally. I'm saying 1 to 3 weeks. Either next week or within the next 3 weeks, you will see a green dot on this chart. And that will be called out over here in overkill alerts. So maker, profit taker there. PNG, I'm in this one. Okay, this is also in my portfolio as well. This is a lower market cap, very high risk, $15 million project. AVAX altcoin. Okay, this is the AVAX ecosystem coin. I already made 500% on this, full disclosure. Okay, I got to share my wins with you guys. Okay, 3%, or I'm sorry, about this thing at 3 cents. It went down. We were in a bear market. I just held on to it. I could have averaged down over here, but I lost interest, right? And it went down to a penny. So I was down 50% on what I put in. Okay, but this thing went from a penny all the way up to 16 cents. So I bought at 3, sold at 16 for about a 500% move, and I re-entered somewhere in this area. Somewhere in this area, okay, because we were close to the 50 right there. I mean, that was still quite a ways, but we had a 50% pullback, so now it's just consolidating. You see, we got the green dot last week. They got us all excited, and they flushed us down, but I'm looking at a stealth phase here. Okay, this thing is not moving, folks. This is doing one of these right now. Okay, you can see the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, we have been in this range from, I mean, all the way from 11 all the way down to 6. So ultimately, this is a big bull flag here. You got the pole, and here's the flag. Okay, the breakout of this is going to send it. So if we break out over 12, that thing's going to rip. It's giving you a red dot this week, and I don't trust it. Okay, I'm looking at the red dot, but the level I'm playing on this trade is 6 cents. That's the bottom, because that's where we bounced right here. This is where the buyers stepped in last. They said, nope, we're not going lower than this. Boom. Buyers back in control. Buyers in control. Buyers in control. Okay, still in control. The buyers, the bulls, are in control above 6. Therefore, we're not a bear. Okay, until we break 6. And I mean, even you could argue the level's all the way down there at 5. Okay, go down to 5 and I'd still be bullish on it. Because again, we're right at that average price. This average price is where we want to buy. Okay, as long as we're above this, we're looking for entries. Meaning we're entering on the green dots. We're entering on those. And yes, I could exit and manage my risk on this red dot, but I knew going into this trade that this was the level, right? 6 cents, all the way down to 5. I mean, if it comes down here, I'm not selling, because that's when they want you to sell. Okay? If it goes down to 5, this stochastic's going to be on the floor. Okay? So we're watching this like a hawk. Okay? You can use a stop loss at 6 cents. I think that's a conservative stop loss. I believe the real stop loss is down there at 5. So if this came back down, you'd have another opportunity to add, because eventually a green dot will come and will reverse. Because again, these markets move in waves, and they don't just go straight up and down. Okay? And this is a really low market cap coin. And again, I'm not trying to pump it or anything like that. It's just I want to be fully honest with you guys and let you know what I'm buying, what I'm not buying. But PNG is in the portfolio. Again, read the disclaimer over here. This is not financial advice. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm just here trying to teach and show you guys what I've learned over the years. ANGI, boom. This one's popping. Okay, that one looks good. We're right at the 50 though, so this looks like a stock too. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't even mess with it. Okay, we're right into the 50 right now. Stochastic's up here. I don't want to touch it. NXRA. We got another signal here. Clay. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, again, boom. Called out. Okay, that's a buy signal there. I showed you guys the chart there. And yeah, I'm liking Clay. NXRA. This looks like a crypto. Looks like a real new project here. Is it on Coinbase? Not on Coinbase, so I wouldn't be interested in it. But 11 cents is your stop loss here, brother. Okay, you're talking about 15%. 15% on that level, 34 back down to the 50. So if you want to play continuation, just make sure you use that stop at 11 there. But it looks like it's trying to make a turn here, and that's stochastic sitting at about 14 right now. So as long as 11 cents holds, that trend should continue there. Rose, 9 cents. 9 cents is your stop loss. Nice move here. Green dot. That's confirmed. That one's on our altcoin watch list as well. Looking good here. Okay. Looking good. Looking like it wants to continue going up. So, I mean, I would even move your stop loss up to about 11 here. Okay. Bottom of last week's candle. That's a good spot. 10 cents, 11 cents. Again, that's about you're risking about 5 to 10% on that trade on that green dot. And I would wait to sell until that stochastic gets back up there to 100. So again, that's a very important thing to take into consideration with this strategy as well, because if we're buying up here in this area, okay, that's our sell strategy. Our sell strategy is to sell when the stochastic gets back up to that area, because again, this is when the momentum is overdone. meaning boom, we hit the top. Now we're going to cool off, maybe dip, and then go sideways for 4 or 5 months or whatever, right? When we could be buying something else with a green dot at the time. So if it's up here, right, great. We hit our single, we hit our double, wonderful. Okay, we're not going for grand slams, we're not going for home runs. Okay, we're just trying to hit singles and doubles. I told you, you only have to double $500 11 times, okay, to make $1 million. I mean, how many times you got to do it to make 1,000 or 10,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just doing this so we can build generational wealth, right? That's the whole goal. Okay, but I figured out my long-term goal the other day. My goal is to invest so wisely. I want to buy my family's ranch one day. Okay, and maybe not buy the whole thing, but buy a part of it because I got cousins and stuff like that. That's my goal with my investing stuff. So that's my why driving me behind this. It's not to get rich, it's to do that. And to do that, we got to capitalize on our mistakes, never give up, right? And continue to learn. Last year we didn't have rule number 2. Last year we did not have rule number 2. We were buying crypto in a downtrend. Okay, that was an awful mistake on my part. At least I did. I don't know about you guys, but I bought. And if you were buying down here, great. I mean, you guys made money still if you were probably buying, or maybe you're about break even right now. But ideally, right, you want to buy things, right? We should have been in stocks, in NVIDIA or Facebook, everything that was just going straight up, right? Because as crypto was going down, something else was going up. Okay, look at NVIDIA. I mean, NVIDIA is what we should have been trading. NVIDIA is what we should have been playing, right? So now it's not NVIDIA because NVIDIA is overdone. NVIDIA is too expensive for me, too much at a premium. Yeah, I want to buy things like Rose that's just starting its uptrend, right? And you got the green dot on that this week. Looks good. VeChain, one of my favorite trades. This thing's absolutely popping off. Hit 4 cents, guys. Again, I'm not trying to brag, but I've been calling this out for 3 weeks. I said this is the perfect setup. I entered right here, right on the 50. I mean, this thing came down and gave us a freaking fastball right down the middle. Okay, right down the middle. Okay, drop down to the 50. Boom. This is the area we want to buy. Take away everything. Take away market cipher. Take away every single indicator. I am only trading with the 50 if I had to choose. That's the only thing I'd really use. Only thing I'd really use is I want to buy, boom, breakouts and pullbacks into that price. Because I'm not the only one that uses it, folks. That's not a secret. This indicator right here is not a secret. This is used by hedge funds. This is used by billionaires, millionaires, a bunch of retail investors. I'm not the only one that uses it. Okay, it's not something I made up. It's something that's not proprietary. It's available to anybody. Okay, so what I'm saying is if I had to choose one indicator, it would be this EMA. You don't need this. Okay, all you got to do is identify where the trend's going. Okay, were you buying right here? No. Why? Because you were below the 50. People bought right there. Yeah, they made a little gain, but guess what? Boom. The bears were in control because we were below the 50. That was when you should have got out of crypto right here and shouldn't have even looked at it until now. Okay, this was a year and a half or 2 years of this, right? Of despair. Okay, absolute despair. And we're coming out of it now. That's the great news, folks, is nothing lasts forever. Okay, as long as you don't quit, you can succeed. Not just with this, but with anything in life. And I mean that. So, never been a better opportunity, folks. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're in the community. I'm glad you're part of this because this ain't just some overnight thing, folks. This is, like I said at the beginning, I want to be around for 30, 40 years doing this stuff. Okay, learning with you guys, capitalizing, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? VeChain. This thing's about ready to do the Ripski. I mean, this is probably this and XRP, probably Clay's in there, probably my top three picks that we went through so far on these chart requests. We got one more for LCX. Again, you're getting the red here. The take profits. Like this was a massive win. This trade was, I mean, you're talking a 700% rocker. Get out. Okay, take profits. Do not be greedy up here. Okay, we'll buy again this thing when the stochastic gets back down here. Okay, do not be greedy up here. Do not be greedy up here. 35 cents. Okay, that was the top. Okay, wait till it comes back into the 50. It might be 3 months. It might be 4 months. That's okay. There's more opportunities right now. Sell your LCX and buy VeChain or buy XRP because those things are, again, down here, not way up here, overextended. Okay, people get emotionally attached because, I mean, dude, this thing went straight up for 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 weeks. Okay, eventually this thing's going to start going up. And my guess is it's probably going to be here in the next couple of days or a couple of weeks. Okay, 3 to 4 weeks. This thing will be back down here eventually. 10 cents is where we're going to re-enter, but this is an excellent, excellent coin. An excellent thing to identify. A breakout like this is no joke. Let me actually look what this thing does. And again, you guys have access to this tool. I love this tool. I use this thing every day. Okay, 227. So that's not bad. This thing is capital markets, innovating capital markets, digital assets, and security tokens. CX. It's been around since 2018. That's a good thing. Quite a bit of circulating supply too. So it's a good project here, folks. Again, not a buyer up here. Sellers taking profits up here. Okay, so that's it for the chart request. Shout out to the Spartan Army over there for getting that in. And let's continue on with our altcoin watch list here. So these are the low cap coins, higher risk plays. I'm going to rapid fire these things. You guys should have an understanding of the strategy now. CCS is one that's been on the list for a while. We entered this thing back here off the green dot. Bang, 1060 was our level. Okay, that's the bottom of that red candle right there. That's why we're using that. The low off of the green dot, right? And look at that. Bunch of green candles. Okay, we're nowhere near 100 yet. So again, continuing to hold till we get back up here in this area. But this thing looks like it wants to pop off here. So again, stop loss is down there at 1060. Here's Mina. That one's got a green one too. Watch for continuation off the 9 there as well. Trading at a little bit too high of a premium for me at the moment. TIA, I'd be a seller of this as well. I mean, the candles are getting smaller and smaller. Eventually, this thing's going to pull back. There's going to be profit taken. And you know what I'm saying? There's better opportunities. Buy something that's pulling back. We want to buy after the 6-week pullback, right? Not after the 18, 25-week run. Okay, and again, I'm not saying it can't continue to run. And if you want to continue to hold it with your brass balls, use a stop loss at 1650. AG, what is that? AGAE. Okay, bouncing on the 50 here. I don't know. This is Allied Gaming. I'd be a buyer here with a stop loss at, what is that? 103? 103? That's the level I'm watching. What's the daily look like? Okay, coming back down in there. So people are trading this one on the daily chart. They're not using the weekly because it looks like they're a bunch of day traders. Okay, so I'd look for the next reversal candle on this. Okay, stochastics back down there on the floor on the daily. That's good. Not a bad trade setup here on this one. That's 111 there. That's the price. And about $1.03 is the stop loss. So risking about 10% here. Jasmy, looking for some continuation. We got the signal on this last week. Okay, that thing looks like it wants to go. Yes, it's above the 50, below the 50 here, but this thing could make a breakout and, you know what I'm saying, continue that uptrend. So we're coming out of a long downtrend on this thing. Okay, so just watch for the break there on Jasmy. Again, green dot, everything's pointing up, looks good. We'll look to sell when that stochastic gets back up there. I'd be a holder of Jasmy and a buyer if I don't already own it and want to own it. BNT popping off. Rose we covered already. BNT's popping off here. 61 cents is our level. We got the green dot signal in group last week. Another one that can be traded on Coinbase. If it's on my list, it's on Coinbase. So 61 cents is the level. That looks like it wants to continue there right off the 50. That looks freaking fantastic. INJ we covered. Here's GRT. Okay, also, I was telling Smartass about this one yesterday. Okay, boom. Look at that. Pulled right into the 50, folks. Gave you the setup. Here's perfect setup number. I don't even know what we're on here today. But that's a beautiful bounce there. Okay, you could say 15 cents is the stop loss. If you want to take a trade on it, you're risking 2 cents to the downside. That's less than 10% at this point. But, man, I'd absolute holder or buyer here with that green dot. That's a big signal there. Here's SNX. That's also a buy signal there. Okay, let's go ahead and move this one up to 319. Another low cap coin here. Again, giving you the signal. Watch for some continuation here. Stop loss again. Call it 310 all the way down to about 295. Okay, above the 50. Okay, checking the boxes here, folks. Checking the boxes. PYR. No dot yet, but that thing looks like it wants to print. I actually want to make sure we have one set up just in case. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. That should show here pretty soon. Again, where's the stochastic point? It's pointing straight up. Big breakout there. That one looks, PYR looks real good this week too, folks. Real good. Super, we covered this, just continuation here. Massive move. Osmo, I'm more of a profit taker up here. Stochastic's a little too high for me. I'm selling. What do we got here? SRX. 27 cents is the stop on this one. Stochastics there on the floor. Just need that green dot confirmation, but you're getting the stealth phase here just going sideways. 28 cents is our level, and we're sitting right on that 50-week there. I'd wait on confirmation, but as long as 28 cents holds, I think this one's an excellent one to accumulate. ALF, okay, again, profit-taking territory here. 18, 20 weeks up in a row, folks, we're taking profits. You got the red dot on here. If you're buying this one, you're asking to get killed, okay? You're buying right here at a 50, 60% premium. Like I said, when we're 60% off of the 50-week, that's when we're looking to take profits. Okay, we're not looking to be greedy. Rule number 5, folks. Do not be greedy. Okay, do not be greedy. Take the profits. There's better names you could buy at a better price. We're not buying things at a 60% premium. Here's Bonk. I like it. I like Bonk. This is a brand new Solana altcoin. Okay, there's no data on it. It's brand new, though. Stop loss is right there at the bottom of that candle. I don't got enough weekly data, but this is more of a fundamental play. There was a lot of hype around this thing not too long ago. If you don't know it, you can use the research tab in the description, but you're risking about 12% here on a trade on Bonk. Just make sure it holds that yellow line there. I'd be on the daily trade in this one. Okay, watch for a breakout over the 50 this week. Here's CTSI. Okay, that was a breakout there as well. So again, waiting for a pullback into that level. I'm more of a profit taker up here than anything. I'm not saying it can't continue, but again, technically it looks overbought. DESO, also I'd be a profit taker up here as well. It looks like it wants to continue though off that 9. So if you're holding this or playing this, $33 is the level there. Again, Stochastic's a little too high for me. Cody, that one looks like it's taken off there. Okay, Stochastic is nowhere near 100, but I mean, that's a big boy move right there. Big old volume there on Cody as well. Here's Riot Blockchain. Nice move this week with the green dot. That was called out. Watch for some continuation on this over the next couple weeks. Let's see if they got earnings here. Wow, that thing's going right back to 19. What a trade that was. Jeez. This thing obviously moves with Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, this goes up. And shoot, March 13th, they're about a month out from earnings. So watch for that thing just to rip up into its earnings there. And you're getting the buy signal this week. So the stop on this, I mean, it's the risk to reward kind of went out the window there. Would have been buying last week off of that, but big move this week, folks. That one's moving with BTC. Here's Sui. I got this one on the list because I want to buy the next pullback. This is a newer coin as well. Brand new. Again, looking to buy that first pullback that it gets and capitalize when the stochastic's closer. So these are our watch lists. So we look for setups. Some might be setting up now. Some might set up in 3 months. Does that make sense? Some of these coins are in different stages in the cycle. Okay? Again, these markets move in waves. Nothing goes straight up. Nothing goes straight down. It's a wave. Okay? And we're riding the waves as traders. REQ. Okay, that one's bouncing there. 8 cents is the level. Okay, that's a green dot there. And again, pointing straight up there. 11 cents, 8 cents is your stop loss. Another just low market cap play. It's more of a fundamental play than anything. And this one's coming down here. Double bottom there on ACV. Don't really know what this thing is. Looks like a stock to me. I'm going to take it off because I just don't care about it. SNX, this one we covered. Nice bounce here. I'd be a buyer with a stop at 3.2. That's a beautiful setup there. You got the buy signal as well. Okay, looks good. That was called out a few days ago. This one's breaking through its resistance. This is IMX. Called this one out also 2 weeks ago. RIP. Okay, watch for this thing coming up here to $6. Okay, there's the green dot right there. Bang. That was your entry. Rip, rip, rip. Okay, watch for continuation. That looks like a blue sky breakout to me. Here's BNT. We covered this one as well. This looks good too. Okay, stop loss is there at 62. Bottom of that red candle. Okay, let's see what Market Cipher is saying here. Bang. Okay, you're getting the dot this week. So you could even move it up to about 67. And again, I'd look to sell when that stochastic gets back up here at 100. BNT looks good. FIDA. I actually got this one from a Coinbase alert. It actually, you know those alerts that you get, hey, this is the top mover on Coinbase. I always pay attention to those because those are the coins to me that Coinbase is trying to push. Okay, and they kind of gave me a little hint. I looked at the chart and I'm like, that does look interesting after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week pullback. Okay, and you got 24 cents as your stop loss. Wonderful. With a green dot buy signal. Cool. Okay, so we're buyers as long as this thing holds 24. It looks good. Okay, it is below the 50, but it's looking like it wants to break out here. So 24 cents, you're literally risking 6 cents on this. I really like FITA here. Okay, I really, really like FITA here. I'm actually going to drop this one over here. Looks like we got market news here. Genesis gets court approval to sell 1.6 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum trust shares. Imagine that. Great timing. Great timing on getting that approval there. That was wonderful timing there, Judge. That's hilarious, dude. They just lie to our faces. It's so hilarious. It's so hilarious. They wouldn't pass the judgment to sell 1.6 billion shares of. That's not even that much, really. I mean, in the scheme of things, $1.6 billion, or was it 1.6 billion Bitcoin? Yeah, just dollars. So the market cap of Bitcoin is $1 trillion now. It reclaimed $1 trillion actually today. Right? We have a news thread over here. You guys get breaking news as it happens. But Bitcoin market cap reclaimed $1 trillion. So meaning it's worth $1 trillion right now. So they're talking about selling 1.6 billion, which is 0.01% of that. Ooh, right? I don't know if they're trying to use that to scare us or what, but these markets aren't going down over the next couple weeks. I'll tell you that right now, folks. Everything is pointing straight up. Okay? Everything is pointing straight up. API 3, this one, I think we covered 2 as well again. You're just buying it at a premium here, taking profits there on API 3. Here's Zeta. It's a newer coin on Coinbase as well. Can't really technically trade this one. You got to be in here on the daily doing it, but there's not even data on the daily. That's how new this thing is. This is Zeta Chain. Again, looking to buy the pullbacks on these on the daily. Okay, I'd be trading the daily on Zeta. What do we got here? WCSF. Another one that's looking real good here on the weekly too. Okay, I called this one out. I posted a chart of this the other day, but 47 cents is our stop loss. Boom, nice doji candle there with volume. Stochastic was on the floor, and boom. We anticipated that green dot, right? We anticipated that. Bang. Rip. Okay, where were we? We were right there next to the yearly price after a 4-week pullback. I'm buying all day long right in that section, okay? Because we got continuation coming. Boom, green dot showing this week. Stop loss is 47. If you want to be more conservative with it, move it up there to, I'd say, around 54. Looks good, though. ILV, another one. Giving you the signal this week, too. Okay, move your stop loss up to 79. And this one looks like it wants to do the rippity-dippity. Perfect bounce off the 50. That thing's gonna blow there. UMA. Okay, again, a little too far off the 50 for me. Big time, I like this one. I really like this one. This is brand new. Okay, there's no data on Market Cipher yet. Daily chart just now breaking out over the 50. So, once again, I mean, where does the weekly point? Weekly's pointing up with the candles. Stochastic's pointing up. Okay, direction is up. Looking good. 34 cents is my stop on that. Last but not least, we got shipping. We covered this, but looking to sell this one when the stochastic gets closer to that level. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys got requests for Saturday, go ahead and drop them inside the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, the links are in the description. If we get this video to 25 likes here by Saturday, I will give away $100 worth of Bitcoin or any crypto of your liking, actually. Whatever you want. $100 worth of it. I will send it to your wallet. I want to get more involved, but you got to be inside the Discord to win because that's where I'm going to be doing all the giveaways at. So that's our private server, folks. That's our private server. We got banned on TikTok, and I'm worried about other platforms getting banned. That's why I'm on every platform right now. But Discord is my main server that I really communicate and interact with you guys in. It's just easier for me, and it's more exclusive over here. That's why this thing is built out, and we're all part of it, folks. So God bless you. God bless the Spartan Army. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. God bless.